You sit down to do the thing, the email, project, for the decision. 5, your body feels heavy. 6, your mind suddenly wants anything else. You tell yourself you're lazy, but that word doesn't quite fit. Because when it really matters, you don't avoid effort, you avoid something else. And until you know what that something is, nothing you try will stick. If you open your laptop, stare at the screen, scroll, get water, reorganize something that doesn't matter. The guilt gets louder, inner voice shifts. What's wrong with me? Why can't I just do it like everyone else? But the real damage isn't the unfinished task. It's what procrastination does to your identity. Start seeing yourself as unreliable, undisciplined, behind, so you avoid the task again. Because starting now would mean facing that version of yourself. This isn't about time management, it's about self-protection. Your brain isn't failing you, it's protecting you. Procrastination isn't a lack of motivation, it's an avoidance response not to work, but to a feeling you don't want to experience. And once you see that, the shame starts to loosen its grip. Because avoidance is not a moral flaw, it's an adaptation. One your nervous system learned for a reason. Before you start a task, it doesn't ask, is this important? It asks, what will this feel like? If the predicted feeling is threatening, your brain pulls the brakes. Not consciously, automatically. Threat isn't failure, it's identity pain. Tasks don't just lead to outcomes, they lead to meanings. So it offers relief instead. Scroll. Snack. Clean something. Short-term comfort wins. Long-term progress loses. Your brain is a smoke alarm. It's sensitive by design, but sometimes it goes off when you're just making toast. For most chronic procrastination, the avoided feeling is one of these: inadequacy, exposure to loss of control, because unfinished work keeps your identity flexible. I could do well if I really tried. I haven't failed yet. Starting collapses that uncertainty, and uncertainty feels safer than truth. Brain isn't afraid of effort, it's afraid of clarity. That's why the avoidance feels automatic. Before starting, pause and ask, if I did this perfectly imperfectly, what feeling might come up? Labeling emotions reduces amygdala activation. Redefine the task as an experiment, not a verdict. The brain reacts less defensively when outcomes don't threaten self-concept. Instead of this project defines me, it becomes this is one data point. You're not lowering standards. You're lowering existential pressure. Expect discomfort and explicitly tell yourself it's allowed. The brain often confuses discomfort with harm. Notice boredom or frustration, and instead of escaping, you say, this is uncomfortable, not unsafe. This retrains the brain's prediction system. Start with an action so small it carries no identity weight. Open the document and write one bad sentence. Momentum doesn't come from motivation. It comes from reduced threat. Stop while the task still feels manageable. You stop after 20 minutes, not exhaustion. Your brain remembers. That wasn't so bad. This is how avoidance slowly unlearns itself of procrastination as a guard dog. It barks when it senses danger, not laziness. For your job isn't to fight the dog, it's to show there's no intruder. Name the feeling. Lower the stakes. Allow discomfort. Start small. Leave safely. Over time, the barking quiets because the brain updates through experience, not intention. We're never avoiding work. We're avoiding a feeling your brain didn't know how to hold. Guilt softens. The task gets lighter. Not because life got easier, because you stop fighting your own nervous system. Progress begins there. Not with force, but with understanding. And that understanding stays with you long after the task is done.